Hello everybody, and I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your second video Friday. This one is a bit delayed, apologies for that. Of course, a lot of stuff going on personally for myself and Em. Whether or not you're having half your stairs ripped out, hey, that's another story for another day. But we're going to be talking in this video about the Summer of Suffering. Got to get that name right because I did get it wrong, I think, when, was it Wednesday's video? Or a different video. Anyway, best champions to use against this. Link in the description, Google Drive, got some info. Yes, a bit delayed on getting this out, but it is what it is. I'm here now, and we're going to go over some options for Summer of Suffering Quest 1. Of course, it is a bit of a stinky champion, a stinky enemy, in being the Destroyer. And the Destroyer is a champion that will get to a bar of 3 bars of power before you know it. I will be throwing up footage of some champions in action as I'm talking, but you know, lots to go over. First and foremost, if you are punishing the heavy attack, you get that lovely grit passive, grit buff, whatever you want to call it. If you're familiar with Beta Ray Bill, which we covered on the channel last week, you'll know that that can be a beneficial effect because it allows you to suppress or bypass Unstoppable, which again, great thing for it. It says pause during the attack, a special attack, and while the striker's active. So try and blend that in. A lot of the time I was mainly focusing on not being hit. Yes, the champion, it's bad. Problem I have is like when I'm not, I've faced off against this champion a lot. I use Hulk. Hulk is my favorite option for this. I recommend it. If you've seen the video yesterday of the 2-minute fight that I did, you can see why. But it's very easy to want to intercept the champion. Don't unless you've got the grit passive up. This is actually a really straightforward fight. I must commend Kaban for starting off this first of Suffering, or you know, next thing that we got with a fair matchup. I'm sure some people will disagree with that, but it's fair in the sense of there's champions to take him down or it down. You do have a rooting issue in that when he throws a special attack, you will be rooted. Try and stick to the SP1. He does have, I think he has SP1 bias. Do bear in mind, when he floods with that power, he will not be biased to that and will more than likely throw an SP2. If you are having trouble with that SP2 or even SP3 that's thrown, I would recommend putting on a special boost. There's a special boost in the loyalty store that might help out. It's not going to completely help out, but it's something that I use when I'm in war. Thankfully, this has only happened to me about 2 times, and it's when there is a likely chance you'll have an SP3 of Destroyer thrown at you. Get these boosts here. Special 3 defense boost, greater special 3 defense boost, which is just going to mean that there's less chance of you being wiped out. And yeah, maybe use a 33% one. It might help you. That's something I do recommend if you don't. It's like a secret trick if you are struggling against it. Of course, put on boosts. That's one of the other main things as well. And just from the champions rotation, I think that is really it. Apart from there is Prey on the Weak. Maybe try not to dexterity that much. Up to you. Tough, really tough. Unblockable as well will mean that if you get the unblockable on you, you're basically triggering Prey of the Week. So you gotta be really careful. Champions that don't have buffs as a standard, you know, buff immune, those can be really good. That is why we recommend some of the champions that are listed here. So, some general champions I use against Destroyer are Titania and Hulk. I've gone away from Titania just because I've had more bad luck with the champion than I've had good luck. And Hulk, I've had good luck more than bad luck. And I have more higher win ratio in Alliance Wars with Hulk than I do with Titania. So that's just what reason I've kind of like used that. Hero and defensive tank tag champions. If you want a double objective, then Sasquatch can cover the hero and defensive tag and hero and offensive burst. So those two kind of double up. The hero wise, it's annoying because I don't want to say like just use Hulk, because that puts it into the realms of just use Hercules. You can use, I'd say, Immortal Hulk. I haven't tried Overseer, but it's nothing to say that it wouldn't work. And Thing. I'm pretty certain Thing's in the defensive tank tag. Those I would recommend the most. Others, I'm not so sure on. Not so certain on. And it's just because it's tough to say like which one's the best option, but I feel that you know, these are the best options. And the straight up villain and villain tag one, Onslaught's, I don't know, like I know a lot of people rate Onslaught and would rate him for this one. I just feel that there's more favorability to champions like Titania, Scorpion, Sandman, and Spot. That doesn't dispute any of the others being effective champions. I just feel because, and this is something I've put in my notes, which is where I'm like just behind my thing there, the champions with taunt debuffs. Overseer has a taunt debuff. Scorpion has a taunt debuff off of the SP1. One other champion has it, and I can't remember which one it is. Oh, well, Spider-Ham, but we'll get to that in a minute. Champions that have taunt debuffs do mean that they're able to kind of like incite Destroy to throw special attacks. Really handy for when he gets into the destruction charges. The other champions, I'm not so certain on. So it's stuck in my throat. Not so certain on. Void works. Absorbing Man, I haven't tried, but again, if you want Juggernaut and Bullseye again, iffy champions to recommend, but it's only if you're stuck for options and maybe you've ranked 3'd them, you've ranked 2'd them, you've 6-star, rank 5 and ascended some of them, and you're stuck for options, you don't have any of these, then of course, you know, feel free to go for them. But again, it's up to you who you have against what you choose. We know the rotation, it's just a case of picking the strongest option for it. On to one of my favourite ones, and that is No More Heroes, using Spider-Ham. Chef's kiss, brilliant. Degeneration immune, the burst off of the, and also the taunt, and also burst off the Pork Poppers. Lovely. Sasquatch, of course, very sustainable, depending on lost health and stuff like that. Werewolf by night, again, cracking option, can be really effective, can be really fun. America Chavez, lots of damage, but again, they are good. I just prefer Spider-Ham and maybe Sasquatch for this than I would anything else. But who did you pick, or who are you thinking about using? Put it in the comments. Have you had some good success? Have you had a few issues? Use the revive. Maybe not. I know one of them. Oh yeah, I got my rotation messed up with Spider-Ham, so I had to do it in 2. That annoyed me, but I had fun. I honestly had a bit of fun doing this. But I think the reason I had fun was I felt that the way that Kabam set it up was, it was fair if you had some of these great counters. And let's face it, a lot of us have some of these great counters right here, or great champions that have been very effective and very helpful in this particular content and regard. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Those are some options. Who did you use? Good luck if you're about to do it. And yeah, appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Toodles. Toodaloo.